Hello and welcome to this month's Leader Reader. The Leader Reader video series is basically a video series where every single month I review one leadership or business type book that then applies to you as a student organizational officer. We talk about how it applies to your life and we feature that book and discuss what you can take away from it. And it's really kind of a cool little video series, and you can find all the past episodes at nickpalkowski.com/leaderreader. And this month, I want to focus on the book that I've kind of been resisting on reading, actually, which is kind of ironic with what the book is. But this book, I was told by several people that is a must-read book, and I just kept putting it off, kept avoiding it, just not picking up this book, actually getting it and reading it. Well, then I went to a conference in February with Michael Hyatt, and he actually gave me a copy of this book. I finally read it, and I wish I would have read it sooner. The book for this month is Do the Work by Steven Pressfield. And it's Do the Work, Overcome Resistance, and Get Out of Your Own Way. And it's an awesome book. I highly suggest it for anybody out there who... well, really for anybody out there, especially if you're wanting to produce meaningful projects. If you're working on things that you want to put out into the world that are meaningful to you or to other people. Pressfield kind of has a unique perspective on this demon, on this thing that kind of kills our productivity, kills our ability to produce results, what he calls the resistance. So what is the resistance? Well, the resistance is that urge or that feeling that you get that seems to show up whenever you're trying to do something important. It will show up in any act that rejects instant gratification in favor of long-term growth, health, or integrity. It's that feeling or that urge that you get to go organize your sock drawer by shades of white instead of sitting down and getting your button chair, planning and producing work. It's that kind of thing. It's hard to describe, but I know you felt it, and especially if you pay attention now, you will find it in your everyday life. It happens to every single one of us. And it's relentless. It's out for the kill, and it's happened to every single one of us, and it doesn't matter who you are or what you've accomplished in the past, you've faced it, and you will continue to face it as you go forward. This book dives into that enemy, that resistance. It really looks at what makes up the resistance and what kind of its tricks and tactics are that you've probably faced. Most likely you've experienced all this at some point in your life as you've worked on projects in the past. But it also gives us a look at our allies. I won't get in too much to how you identify the resistance. You can pick up the book to learn a little bit more about that. But I really want to highlight the allies that Pressfield mentions in this book. And these are things that help you overcome the resistance. And there are a few of them. For instance, one of them is to stay stupid. Another one is to be stubborn. The worst thing you can do when you're facing the resistance is to stop. So staying stubborn is one of your allies. Another one is blind faith, or passion, assistance, friends, and family. The big key when you're facing the resistance is just to start, to get moving, to start taking action and making progress. You know, here on the website and as a ninja leader in all of our workshops, the big main theme is take action. And a lot of things mentioned in this book really kind of underlie that one main principle of taking action. You need to do something. You need to make progress. You need to, button chair, get work done. And it's important that you start before you're ready. You may not feel like you're ready yet. You may not feel like you can handle the project that you're trying to take on, but it's important to get started. Because if you just sit back and wait till you're ready, things are going to pass you by, or you're never going to be completely ready. You are never going to know all the possibilities, have all the situations worked out, have all the experience that you need until you take that action. There will always be resistance there, so it's important that you just get moving, that you take action, that you just start. Now, in the book, Pressfield also, I like the way he organizes it. He kind of has the beginning, the middle, and then the end. as well as a few other little chapters in here which I like. I like the organization, the layout of this book a lot. But in the middle section, section number 2, he talks about 2 big tests. So he talks about 2 tests to know if you are ready to jump into the resistance, if you're ready to go to battle with that resistance. So I highly suggest that you look at those tests and hold your project up to that light. He also goes in to talk about the big crashes that we all face. The big thing, the issues that come up in our projects while we're right in the middle of them that the resistance actually produces. And he gives strategies for overcoming them and kind of gives you that motivation to go through those big crashes, to go through those big situations that happen during the middle of your project and even right towards the end before you're finishing. But I'm not going to go into those in detail. If you want to learn more about those, you need to get the book. And I highly suggest that you get this book. It's a very short book, as you can see. It's only about 90 pages. It's a short and powerful read. It's one of those books that you are going to reread over and over again. I know I've already read it a couple times. First time I read it, it took me about 1 day to read. Not even a full day. So it's a very quick read, but it is powerful. And if you go through there, mine is highlighted and marked up and like crazy. So I highly suggest you check out this book. And that is your featured leader reader book for the month. Do the Work, Overcome Resistance, and Get Out of Your Own Way by Steven Pressfield. I'll be sure to include a link that goes directly to the Amazon page below this video, so you can click on the link, get the book right there. Highly, highly suggest that you get this book. It is a must read for anybody who wants to do meaningful work. And be sure to tune in next month. The Leader Reader segments are going to be the very first Wednesday of every single month. So be sure to tune in next month to get the next Leader Reader book. And until then, comment below, let us know what are some ways that you overcome the resistance. Pressfield laid out a lot of great examples. I've mentioned a few here on this video, but what are some ways that you've overcome resistance in your life? You can just leave a comment below. Let's kind of build a good list. Let's build a list of everyone in the community. I think we can help our fellow ninja leaders out by creating a list like that. Maybe you'll help someone else out who listens to these videos and reads this blog. So until next time, go out and take action, overcome that resistance, and produce results.